had second cousins once removed like I have, you'd think more than twice. I wouldn't because wait. Record scratch. Is that just admitted wincest in the chat? That you think your cousins are hot? That you think your second cousins are hot? Hell yeah! Hey there. Welcome to Mickey's Place. Hello, YouTube! And welcome back to another episode of Parlor Talk, where we have even more saucy and sassy secrets for you to hear. As always, viewers were able to submit... I'm sorry, YouTube. I can't talk. I'm already tongue-tied. I went into the void to become a Furby, trying to scare the horny out of my chat. No, I shall not explain. Please join me on twitch.tv/NegoMickey to find out. As always, viewers were able to submit their juiciest confessions. Ignore that I'm a worm, either anonymously or with their signature for all to see. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment on what your favorite confession was. I'll be going through and reading all of them as per usual. Now that we're as prepared as possible, it's time to see what the parlor has in store. Hell yeah! This first confession is from Send Help. They have a question for you, actually, chat. They want your input. So I hope that you've got your best wisdom ready to go for our first confessor of today. They say, I happen to play a lot of H games and I even get off to them. Am I addicted? What do we think, chat? I mean, now I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of the point of H games, is it not? You're addicted. Worst pun ever. Get to the pun corner. I would say, personally, my answer, if you play these games like 5 times a day, then you're addicted. But like every now and then, that's literally the point of these games, isn't it? It's just to appreciate a woman's form. It's just art.
It's called hentai, and it's art.
You guys ready for the next confession? Everybody reassemble. Let me scan to make sure it's safe.
Why are we still here? Just a second.
Hold on, chat. Ooh, well, this might be the most creative version of this that I've seen so far. This one is from Anonymous. Crazy you wouldn't put your name to this. Now, who wouldn't want to put their name? And they say, I have a huge thing for heels. So, for about 6 months, I would borrow my mother's heels to take care of certain urges. They were always cleaned and returned to where I found them. So she has no idea to this day. And to that I say, shame! 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 Thank you for the headphones, but shame! Since you like heels, what do you think of Achilles? They never said what the urges were, but then they said the shoes had to be clean. Look, you could have bought your own heels to do this. Not only were they somebody else's heels, they were your mom's heels. Okay, your mom. She put her feet in those heels. That poor mother. Oh, this next one starts with it's with my cousins, but it's not wincest. Hold on. We'll see if that's true. I think I know this one. Yeah, you should. This one's from you. This one is from our very own Caliborg. Caliborg says, Behold, I come before you once more to regale you all with yet another tale of... No, wait, Mickey, don't do it. Don't play the song. The story involves my cousins, but it's not wincest, I swear. You have to believe me. With that out of the way, a few years ago, my cousins, who I really don't get along with, dropped by unannounced and basically declared they were welcome. Oh, that's rude as hell. The rest of my family was busy, so I was asked to spend the day around town with my cousins until somebody else had the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't talk my way out of it. So I got dragged into a truly bewildering experience. For you see, my cousins were insistent that we eat at a local barbecue restaurant. Eventually, we got to the restaurant, got our food from the buffet, found a table to eat, and settled in. Yet, before we could begin, I noticed my cousins only had salads. Wanting to be a good host, I offered to wait until they got their meals before starting to eat mine, thinking saying that the food they wanted wasn't at the buffet, since the kitchen staff were just replenishing the buffet after the lunch rush. My cousin's response would truly catch me off guard. Oh, we're vegetarian. For a moment, all I could do was stare, processing what she had just said. When I finally spoke, I slowly asked, then why were you hell-bent on going to a barbecue restaurant in Texas? At this point, I was more confused than anything else, and a part of me worried I had misunderstood them and brought them to the wrong restaurant. However, the answer to my question quickly turned my confusion to irritation. You're Texan and you like eating barbecue. What the hell? By this point, I was trying to hide the fact I wanted to be literally anywhere else. I would have recommended a Mexican restaurant that was infinitely better. From this point on, the time around my cousins became increasingly aggravating. However, I'm proud to announce I managed to go the entire 2 days they were around without punching either of them, even though I really, really wanted to by the end. Yay for not punching them! But also, yeah, what the hell was that? Like, did they do that on purpose so that they could like aggravate you even more? Because like, I'm not mentioning you're vegetarian, but going there under the false guise of wanting to make you feel better is, yeah, I don't know how I would have felt about that. What's worse, rude cousin or sexy cousin? All right. Everybody assemble. Next confession. This one is from our very own DPV, and it says, once when I was younger, I foolishly attempted to snowboard off my roof. Long story short, it didn't end well, and I ended up with a broken femur. Brother, that is literally one of the worst bones for you to break. And do you know the amount of force that you need to use to break a femur? How did you even manage that? Insanity. Oh my god. If you had second cousins once removed like I have, you'd think more than twice. I wouldn't, because wait. Record scratch. Is that just admitted Wincest in the chat? That you think your cousins are hot? That you think your second cousins are hot? Hell yeah! This next confession, I really hope is a joke, because if not, I have a lot of questions about it. This one is from You'll Never Know. Okay, great. And it says, I sent Mickey fan mail containing a fanfic of Superman and Lois Lane's Schmeg's life and how it later turned into a crime scene. Now, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure this is just a joke to begin with, but if it's not, I do not have a P.O. box. I have never given an address for people to use to send any sort of fan mail to. So if you are trying to search for my address, that is fucked up, number one. And number two, you likely just sent fucking fan mail to somebody who isn't even me, and they probably think they now have a stalker. So I really hope this is a joke. So I'm actually a little low-key concerned. I'm gonna be so real, but please don't fucking do this. Thank you. All right, this one is from our very own Sharks. At least that's what it says in the name. I used to be a PP model for a large size group of NSFW artists. So if you've ever seen NSFW Twitter art with PPs, there's a strong chance you've seen my wiener. I did not even know. Apparently, the go-to stock PP of the NSFW art world is Sharks' PP. Just kind of admirable. Like, okay, I don't mean this in a weird way, and please don't send me pictures. I'm just prefacing that first. But like, I kind of want to see it just for like artistic curiosity at this point. You know what I mean? What do you mean? Wait, what? No, not that shark. I know, but I wanna know what makes this particular PP so good that everybody wants to draw it. You know what I mean? Oh. This one is from Anonymous. Wow, what a surprise. And it says, I did the dirty with the cousin of my cousin's cousin. So your cousin then. That's your cousin. Anon, why? Why? Not necessarily, but it's still close enough. It's still family. Ah! All right, next confession. This is from our very own Black Reggie. And Reggie says, Baja Blast is certainly not a cocktail. Thank you, Reggie. Based on automatically best confession, okay? Best confession by far. Baja Blast is not a cocktail. I decided to watch One Piece and I cringed. I'm sorry, chat. I could not get into it, although the 4Kids version of the theme song is a bop. I'm gonna be real, I've seen clips of One Piece, and that combined with how long it is, I don't think I could get into it either. I'm gonna be so real with you. It's not until you add the booze, it doesn't make a proper cocktail even if you add the booze! This one is from Dread X Varia, and Dread says, so in kindergarten, aka my first ever year of school, my parents asked how my day went. Not having anything interesting, I say I was called a bully. Despite the fact that I wasn't called a bully, my parents were hella pissed and they let me have it. I cried a lot and I was punished so hard that I myself was convinced my classmates actually called me a bully. I even told one of them, you called me a bully, and they said no, I didn't. While you gaslit your parents into gaslighting you just like one guy yourself as a kindergarten. Kids are weird, man. I say that as a kid who was weird, okay? You know, y'all need Jesus. This one is from Anonymous. Go figure. Wow. And they say, I learned how to kiss by making out with my cousin when I was 12. Thinking back on it, I should have simply practiced on a pillow or fruit. Yes, you should have. Yes, you should have. You were old enough to know that that was not okay. This Anon guy has a big family. I know, like, what the hell, man? Thank you to everybody for the raids, the lurks, the chats, the follows, the subs, the gift subs, and the biddies today. You guys were way more than generous in helping me out, and for that, I am forever grateful. So thank you again for your support.